Brendan Whitford, third year in GIMM, just finishing up my third year with GIMM, so junior. I knew that I wanted to work with computers, but I wanted to be able to do more creative stuff besides just the coding. I wanted to do designing. I wanted to do art. I wanted to make games.
Okay, hello, I'm Rad Wing, and I'm a third year right now. I chose GIMM because I was interested in the animation stuff they were doing. I wanted to take some of those classes. I initially was trying to double major in GIMM and computer science, but I really like the experience of GIMM where we get to do a lot of fun projects and also get all those opportunities that you wouldn't really find in CS.
I'm Fabian Bautista. I'm a 6th cohort junior as of now. I decided to join GIMM, not only because it's game development and all that, but also because it seemed like a really interesting field for me to join at the time. There's a really good sense of like the community and all that together. So,
hi, my name is Jasmine Reyes. I am a soon-to-be graduating senior in GIMM. I knew I wanted to go into something creative, and I knew I really wanted to just do something cool, and video games was something that I found really cool. I would say what made me continue going with GIMM is honestly really the community. The professors, they all really care about the students and will take the time to talk with you through things and help you with different projects and encourage you with whatever you're doing. Just the people around you, GIMM is filled with people that also care about video games or about just making cool things. And so you can always find a friend or someone to talk to about your project.
And I'd say I'm a generalist. I'll do whatever needs to be done. I do find myself more on the art side more often than not. I like managing projects. I like working with teams, just making sure that the project's flowing well. And then I like to do a lot of the design portion of it.
I would specialize in more of the art side, so more kind of 2D drawing, some concept art would be where I would be the strongest.
Animation, very easily. I do not specialize in 3D, more specifically 2D animation.
I would say I specialize in 3D modeling and just any type of 2D illustration, concept art type of thing.
Favorite thing? Oh boy. The biggest thing that GIMM has taught me is how to teach myself. In your GIMM classes, I mean, you do learn a lot in your GIMM classes, but we go over so many different things, and there isn't enough time to go super in depth with stuff. And so what you do is you learn how to teach yourself how to find the answers to things that you might not know. So you have to finish this project for your class and you don't know how to do all of the things to make that happen. So you learn how to figure out how to get those things done.
I know Ted's music class and video class, those are fun to learn. Making videos is fun, and learning some more video techniques and also just learning to develop more music stuff is really nice.
My favorite thing I kind of learned about GIMM is to be more vulnerable and more comfortable with myself being in new environments. I am a very timid person. It's very hard for me to come out of my shell, and I do feel like this community is really empowering me to be more confident, not only in my personal skills and sharing them out with others, but just being able to express myself the way that I personally like myself too. It's so positive and welcoming that it allows me to feel a lot more comfortable here.
I would say the favorite thing I learned in GIMM, an actual technical skill, would probably be animation. It's something that I've always been interested in, and being able to do 2D animations and then later work on 3D animations was just something really cool and really fun. And then something that's not so technical would just be the mindset of failure is good, because failure means you can learn from what you failed at.
There was one time I was working with a couple classmates, and we were working on a project, and two of us ended up getting done early, and then the one guy had to still work on it. We were in the GIMM lab, and so I went and I got my Xbox, and I just plugged it up to the TV in the GIMM lab, and we were just me and the other guy were just playing Halo while the one guy worked on the project, and that was really fun. We got like a rotisserie chicken, and we got some rice, and we just cooked up a nice little dinner for us while we were playing Halo.
Favorite memory? I think it would be have to be like some of the all-nighter stuff, usually related to that. Sometimes Ellerton brings in funky food to try. Like he brought in like, I think tomato soup cake, and he mentioned that was from like the Great Depression. And I was like, wow, that's an interesting recipe.
When Jack, one of the professors here, he hosted a Smash Bros tournament for all of the students. It was really, really fun. I lost, I think, the first or the second round because I'm not very good at video games, but it was really, really fun and really, really cool to see not only all of my classmates in a complete different context from working or whatever, but also just being able to see my professor be so lax and so open with playing video games, which I guess makes sense because this is a video game major. But
during freshman year, during the Sunrise assignment, I was really, really struggling because I'd never done any type of coding before joining GIMM. And I remember being in Friday at the lab, and I was so ready to just be done with everything and quit. And I raised my hand, and a peer mentor came over, and they were like, "Oh, you're working on Sunrise. Let's just sit down and try to figure it out." And then I ended up with 4 different peer mentors all sat next to me, and all of us were trying to figure out what was wrong with the assignment. And it was just one of those first moments where I was like, oh, GIMM is a community, and we're all here to work together.
Get accustomed to just going off and finding things that you're interested in when it comes to programming, development, art. Find subject areas you're interested in and start researching them on your own. You'll get to a lot of those things in GIMM, but it benefits you a lot to already have that foundational knowledge and then to continue on beyond the foundation. Don't be afraid to just get in. Get your hands dirty with those programs. Give yourself permission to just go in and mess around with stuff.
Just keep trying, ask other students for help, being open to learning and just making mistakes and just improving from that, because there isn't really a good, a perfect final project. There's always stuff to work on and stuff to learn.
Don't get discouraged. This major does give you access to a lot of unique tools, perspectives, yada, 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 that I do believe a lot of other majors don't really teach. If I did end up joining the art major, I may feel a little bit more confident about my art skills, but I don't think I would have been able to get some of the skills I needed in order for me to actually do something significant with my art beyond just make simple animations.
For new students, I would say one of the first things is never be afraid to ask for help, whether it's from just someone random in the GIMM lab or specifically a peer mentor or professor. You are not alone in your college journey. There will be so many people and communities that you can discover if you just take the time to reach out, to talk, to ask a question. And even though you might feel you're failing because you're oh, I'm so stupid, I have to ask a question, you should never think like that, because these people just want to help you and see you grow.